OSPF router ID. What do you mean by router ID? So order of precedence. So how we router ID when we configure and when we not configure, what is happening? Router ID explicitly configured. If you configure the OSPF router ID yourself, then yes, use the router ID. For example, we use this command router ID 1.1.1. Then router always use a router ID which is configured by you. If not, then use the loopback interface configured. Use as a router ID. For example, any loopback or whatever the IP address is existing, smaller or large or whatever it is, it use that IP address as a router ID. If not, use the highest active interface as a IP address. Okay. So again, if you have configured the router ID explicitly, it will use that. If not, then any active interface, loopback interface is already configured on the router. It will use the router ID of that router. If not, then use the highest active configured IP address on the router. We will see in a minute as well.